Welcome back to another episode of The Recap. 3 key series here today. We kick things off with the Grafton Lake Sharks versus the North Greenbush Wolves. Some bad blood between these two teams. Should be a good one. Anthony Carucci on the hill in the top of the first. Going to strike out Matt Morin, who's been a hot hitter in the BBWL. And then later on in the inning for the third out, Carucci going to strike out Santiago. Bottom one, huge play here, and we'll show you later on just why. An error from Santiago going to be a single. So then the next batter, Graf, going to single as well. We got a runner on first and second. And then the Grafton Lake Sharks, top team in the league and turning double plays, going to get a huge one right here. 2 outs, but remember, the first hit of the inning should have been an out, and they're going to pay for it because Carucci's going to double here, and then Graf is going to double as well. The North Greenbush Wolves would score 3 runs in this inning and be up 3-1 after 1. And those 3 runs in that era were key because Anthony Carucci was going to tie a BBWL record and go on to strike out a total of 8 in this game, including these 6 straight over the course of the second and third inning. The Sharks just couldn't figure it out. Morin. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. Going to get Santiago one more time. And then to top it all off, a little window shopping here. Just looking. Carucci, the signature arrow to the sky. Their biggest fan, Cam Brooks, on the field. Wolves win the first one, 3-0. Different look from the Sharks in Game 2, though. They decided it was time to feast. Single from Morin. And then Houston, we have liftoff. Home run here. The Sharks would score 4 runs, a couple walks, and then that homer to cap it all off. Matt Morin having a good old time rounding the bases. The Sharks feeling good. A little momentum going into this one.
Guys, calm down. I'll be here all day.
Morin wasn't just hot at the dish, though, because on the hill he was pumping Ched. Going to strike out Carucci, and then toot toot, down goes the big train. Morin feeling it. Correction from last inning. Sharks now up 5-0 after 1. Sharks continue to put a beating on Graf. Santiago gonna double. Morin would stay hot. He also would double, and then Santiago comes back around again. I guess Sharks don't like submarines. Big blast here. Sharks would go on to score 5 runs in this inning. They're up 10-0 at this point. So 10-0, bottom 2. Sharks go to Santiago to try to save Morin's innings. He gives up a solo shot here to the Wolves home run leader, Sean Graf. Not too much damage though. 10-1 after 2. Wolves could never slow the Sharks down in this one. They'd score 5 more in the top of the third. Capped by this big blast from Ethan Simard, who gets the job done. Sharks going to win this one 15-1. Moving into Game 3, the series is tied 1-1. Matt Morin saved his innings so he could get back out there again for Game 3. Strike out Carucci. Guys becoming a force on the mound in the BBWL. Going to demand some respect, or the other team's going to have to accept defeat. Strikes out the side, 0-0 after the top of the first. Big Train been solid for the Wolves thus far this season, but he's going to give up a double here. After surrendering a couple walks prior, Sharks would get 1 run in the bottom of the first. Going into the top of the second, it looked like that 1 run was all Morin was going to need. Golden hands here, golden arm, golden hands, and then Sean Graf just a little late to the party. Puts him down. Sharks still up here, 1-0. 1-0 at this point, but after a Santiago walk, Mr. Moccasin, back, gone. 2-run blast from Ethan Samard puts the Sharks up 3-0 at this point, and with Morin coming back out, a tall task for the Wolves. So, top of the third, comfy lead here for Morin, and he's going to make it look even easier. Strikes out Wes Dosher, but the Wolves are not going to give in that easy. Carucci, this ends up being ruled a single, gets through the infield, and then Graf gonna double. Okay, second and third for the Wolves. Morin gonna walk Dosher, and in an interesting move here, they're gonna go to Samard. Keep in mind, Samard in game 1 was hit pretty hard. Gonna throw a warm-up pitch. You're allowed 2. He's gonna take 1. Figures he's good enough. So let's see what happens. Ball 1. Ball 2. Keep in mind the bases are loaded. Ball 3. Samard hitting everything but the strike zone. Gonna walk Carucci on 4 straight and 3-run score. It is now a tie game. All right, so now we got a tie game. 1 out. Ball 1 to Graf. Ball 2 to Graf. Remember, the runner is on third base. Samar going to take a second here, collect a couple balls, and think it over. A little self-talk. 6 straight balls. Needs to throw a strike here. The go-ahead run is on third. Ball 3, and then hits Graf. Chucks a ball. Frustration all over. Lucky for Samard, he would get out of this. And the Sharks, although it continued to look ugly, he would survive the inning, but the Sharks would be down 4-3 going into the bottom of the third. With 1 inning left, the Wolves give the ball to their ace, Carucci, who's going to get Santiago to foul out. And then Samard going to chase one in the dirt here, striking him out. And then after a couple walks, Samard with a chance to be a hero. No dice. Gonna go down swinging. Wolves come all the way back after being down 3-0. Gonna get the win here, 4-3, and they take the series 2-1.
26.
Series 2, Bulls versus the Battlehawks. Both teams hovering right around 500. Blake Wiegert on the hill for the Battlehawks. Brett Heritage at the plate. Gonna sit down Heritage to open things up. He would walk Phil, and then Big Frank gonna crush a double down the line. However, both runners would be stranded second and third, and the Battlehawks would get out of the inning with the score 0-0. After a Wiegert and Burnell walk, Mike Phil on the hill for the Bulls surrenders a triple that just misses getting out of the park. Battlehawks would score 3 in this inning. RBI triple there for Colligan. He would come around later to score on a Burnell single. Wiegert settled in nicely in the top of the second. Gonna get Orsioli to chase one here out of the zone. And then he would strike out Heritage on the high slider. And then Heritage, not much you could do with that one. The nasty drop from Wiegert, his signature pitch. And the Battlehawks would keep their 3-0 lead after the top of the second. Mike Phil going to keep the Battlehawks at check, and the score would remain 3-0. He would strike out Burnell and get out of the inning clean. So over to the top of the third. Last chance for the Bulls. Going to get Orsioli to fly out. Heritage would strike out, and then back to Orsioli once more. The nasty sinker drop. Tough to hit for anyone.
Stay out there.
Battlehawks take game 1, 3-0. Game 2, Bulls looking to bounce back against CJ Bassett of the Battlehawks. Mike Phil going to single here to get things going for the Bulls, but CJ was dialed in. He would actually strike out the side in this inning. Bulls would get nothing in the top of the first. Heritage would bounce right back as well and strike out a batter of his own, but a couple walks in this inning and then a 4-pitch walk. The Battlehawks would actually score 2 in the inning. Heritage did strike out the Hawks' top hitter, Blake Wiegert, to close it out. 2-0 Hawks after 1. Bulls' struggles, unfortunately, would continue in the top of the second. They'd get a ground out here from Phil. CJ would strike out 2 others. And then in the bottom of the second, the Battlehawks scored 2 more on a few walks. So we take you to the top of the third. Mike Phil loves the weight room. Takes that one deep. Burnell in to preserve Bassett. But then Orsioli's going to homer now too. Phil's was a 2-run shot. This one a solo blast. Fan favorite Orsioli. Got everybody all over him. So maybe a little BBWL history. Could we have back-to-back-to-back homers in a tie game? Burnell, pitch to Heritage. Booyah. Doesn't look like it lands fair, but it did hook the foul pole. Gonna have a tie game here after the ruling was a home run. This is all the Bulls would get, and we're gonna take it to the 4th inning. Extras. So keep in mind, Battlehawks are the home team in this one. They got nothing in the bottom of the third. They would hold the Bulls in the top of the 4th, so we bring you to the bottom of the 4th. Blake Wiegert takes one deep. Orsioli couldn't bring it in. This one would be ruled a single. So then the very next batter, Bassett, with a runner on first. Pitch from Phil. Orsioli knew it. The standstill stare in the slow walk. Bassett gonna take this ball deep for the victory. Battlehawks take this one 6-4 in extras. The Bulls fought tough, but in the end it was the Battlehawks. So we take you over to game 3. Bulls looking to avoid the sweep. You gotta love their effort and their grit. Mike Phil is a gamer. Couldn't reel this one in. Gonna give up a single here. Unfortunately, Heritage would struggle to find the zone. Battlehawks would score 2 in the first inning. Bulls gonna try to get back in this one in the bottom of the first. Orsioli singles to get things rolling. Off of Wiegert, the Battlehawks top gun, who's on the hill. Then single from Heritage. Phil with a good eye here, gonna take ball 4 low, and then Orsioli with a chance to get him back in it. But a good play here nonetheless from John Colligan, and the Battlehawks survive the inning. Bulls just can't seem to find a break each and every game. Close. Although the top of the second inning didn't get much better, unfortunately, the Bulls would walk 5 batters. Battlehawks would go up 7-0, so we're going to take you all the way to the bottom of the third. So down 7-0. Do the Bulls have another comeback in them? 1 man on, 2-run homer for Orsioli. Okay, so later on in the inning, with another run around and 1 out, Orsioli gonna pound that one to the gate. Some lucky fan gonna take that one home. Another 2-run homer. So now we have a 7-4 game, and stop. Orsioli up again with another runner on. You gotta be kidding me. The dude just hit one right off the foul pole. It's a 7-6 game. His 3rd 2-run homer in the game, and the Battlehawks are absolutely stunned. 2 outs now. Orsioli puts the Bulls within 1. So here it is, another chance for the Bulls. Been unlucky to this point, and unfortunately, their bad luck's going to continue. Heritage going to foul out here, and the Battlehawks going to sweep the series. Don't let the Bulls record fool you. They were in each and every one of these games. Unfortunately, just couldn't pull it out in the end. Battlehawks going to win this one by a score of 7-6. They take the series 3-0. All right, in the final series, the Monstars versus the Eagles. Don Espy on the mound versus the new look Monsters. Luke Ziegler going to double to get things started here. And then later on in the inning, Tyler Vander Bogart going to line one past Miles Perkins. Good Lord, if you're scared, get a dog. At least that's what DMX says. Monsters came on strong here early. They would go up 5-0 in the first. Bottom one, Monstars. New feared ace, Greg Holtailing on the hill, but Don Espy ain't scared because he's going to single here. Perkins, on the other hand, might be a little nervous because he forgot to swing. No runs for the Eagles here. After one, 5-0 Monstars. Top two, Monstars looking to stay in charge. Greg Holtailing going to hit a missile line drive. Unsure what to do. How about you touch them all? Home run there. That's a solo shot. Ziegler likes to fit in, so he's going to join the party. Homer there. 5 runs in the inning once again for the Monstars. At this point, they were up 10-0. The new look Monstars, a potential contender now here in the league. Monstars hand the ball to Vander Bogart to preserve some innings for Holtailing. But Miles Perkins says, yo, don't feel sorry for me because I like the ball. Solo homer here. And Miles Perkins has a message. The champ is here. 10-1 at this point. Perkins wants a championship belt of his own. So he's going to hit a homer as well. Eagles would make it 10-4 at this point as they creep back in. Top 3. Monstars looking for a little insurance, and Greg Holtailing knows a buddy that works at Geico. They're going to get 3 in this inning, get a little extra cushion going into the bottom of the third. 13-4 Monstars. Miles Perkins going to get his in the bottom of the third with a right center field homer. The Eagles would actually score 5 runs in this inning, but the hole they dug was just too deep. Doesn't matter how many championship belts you have. If you don't score more runs than the other team, you're going to lose. And unfortunately, the Eagles lose this one 13-9. Game 2, Lucas Ziegler looking to start things off like he did in Game 1, and he does just that. Going to lead things off with a double. And then the scariest monster of them all, Gregor, going to double as well. Monstars would go up 1-0. Bottom one, Perkins looking to get the Eagles back in it. He's feeling good in this one. Going to double here, and then later in the inning with 2 on. That must have been a Homer Simpson because the pitcher just went dope. 3-2 lead for the Eagles, and a little championship belt to go with it. The home run king. You know how it goes, though. If you want that belt, you got to hit one for yourself. I got you, Dad. See ya. Miles sends one to the sky. Just gets it over the left field wall, and the Eagles up 4-1, and things are looking good. Monsters trying to get back in it, down 4-1. Gregor gonna crush this one over the left field wall. It does hook the pole, and it is ruled a home run. And then Vander Bogart gonna knock one in here. The Monstars inch within 1 run. 4-3 game going into the bottom of the second. Bottom 2. Eagles looking for some cushion facing that deadly monster lineup. Miles going to double, and then Espy been quiet so far for most of the day. Doubles here, gives the Eagles a little insurance. They go up 5-3 after 2. So top 3, last chance for the Monsters. Vander Bogart at the dish. Gonna hit that one that hooked the foul pole. It was ruled a homer, and it puts the Monstars within 1, 5-4 at this point. And then Gregor Perkins couldn't believe it either. He's actually going to strike out Gregor here, and then later on in the inning to close the game out, could he do it? What do you put in your car? Gas. Perkins with the biggest pitching performance of his career. Eagles take Game 2, 5-4 in stunning fashion. Game 3, Gregor on the hill to get started for the Monstars, and he was dealing inside corner. Gonna put down Espy, and then Perkins. No luck there, swinging through the fastball. No runs in the first for the Eagles. Bottom 1, Monstars. Already led off 2 games with a double. Are you kidding me? 3 straight games leading him off with a double. Ziggler getting it done. Miles, you can't hide under the bed from this monster. Gregor gonna take Miles deep. And the Monstars go up 2-0 after 1 inning of eligibility left for Gregor. He's gonna put down Miles. And then SB received the same fate. And then a little jelly leg here for Perkins. Whoa, look out. Takes a strike and then gonna go digging for worms. Down on strikes, tailing strikes up the side. Monstars keep the lead. Peter Bogart loving it. Bottom 2, 1 on. Get out of here. This dude is on fire. 2-run shot here. Gonna put the Monstars up 4-0. Gregor having a day. So down 4-0. Last chance for the Eagles. Ziggler on the hill. The knuckler. Perkins going to take it for a ride. 4-1 game at this point. And the Eagles hanging on because in the next at-bat, Don SB just wants to fit in. Hasn't got a chance to wear the championship belt all day long. 44 been struggling, but he got it going when it mattered most. Give the guy a chance. Loving it. 4-2 game. 1 on. Later on, Don Espy with a chance to be a hero. But Ziggler going to make this circus grab to close the game out. And in the end, the Eagles kept most of the games close, but they go down here 4-2 and lose the series 2-1. As always, thanks for joining us once again on The Recap.